Hello, welcome back to another Phasmophobia Weekly. It's called Primitive and it's going to be taking place on Ridgeview for 5K. I'm afraid all of the electronic equipment has short-circuited. You'll have to make do without. And I believe it's going to be 3 evidence, and we do have all hiding places open. We do have Sanity Pill Restoration, but there is no Sanity Meds. I looked. Player speed's normal, ghost speed's normal. We also have a 5-second grace period, and then we also have Ouija board, and as you can tell, because it is primitive, anything with light is going to be broken or non-existent. We do have a setup timer of 300, which is not bad. All doors are going to be starting shut. We're just going to hop in here and see what we have. We have a James Doe. We're not going to worry about the objectives since we're doing the weekly. And as you can tell, this is all we have. No electronics. We don't even have meds. We have tier 1 crucifixes and tier 1 smudges. I might go ahead and drop some of the stuff inside. Hold on, I'm going to actually take that in last. I'm going to use the UV as a source of light. Alright, brought all the equipment in. What I'll probably do, so I'm going to take this, since it does drain your sanity a bit slower. Well, not a whole lot slower, but not really going to matter with what I'm about to do, and this is probably not the greatest idea, so I'm going to, unless I hear something while I do this, I'm going to ask where it's at. It might trigger a hunt, more than likely, which is fine. If you're not used to no evidence, though, I would not recommend. Just making some light here. I haven't heard anything, but it could just be a quiet ghost. Where are you? Where are you? Master bedroom. Goodbye. So it's in the bedroom back there. It's probably going to start hunting. We do have a 5-second grace period. Going back to its room, we have footies. Go ahead and open that so I know. We have UV. The unfortunate thing is if we have a Goryo, we're not going to be able to get the dots. I believe it's also EMF 5, which we also don't have. We can only hope it's not a Goryo, though it's taking... Surprised it hasn't tried to hunt yet. This is a male, so it can't be a Banshee. I can go ahead and set more salt down. I just heard ghost writing, so that's good. Halty a bamboo myling. Where are you going? Why are you coming up in here? I don't like that. So there's the 2 evidence. I don't think we're not gonna get anything else, so. What we have now is what we have. I'm just gonna, granted I don't cover very much, but you know. Might as well see if it's a Pulte. Surprised it hasn't tried to hunt yet, though. That's... Surely my sanity by now is low enough. Because the question I asked on that Ouija board should have taken away 50% sanity right off the bat. And then I got vented on, which should have been another 10%. I would say this is more than likely not a demon, but... Oh. He's got other plans. This might be a myling, actually. I didn't hear the footsteps. He's not throwing enough to be a Pulte, but that wasn't a very long hunt. I would say it's more than likely not a demon because it took so long. Though it could have been a stingy demon. I'm trying to figure out where I put my second crucifix. Well, I can just risk it. You know what? And set this here. If this ghost does not touch this crucifix and it hunts anyways, that's not a good thing. Oh, wow, I do have one right here. So even if it does hunt, it's not gonna matter, because if it's a demon, it's gonna hit this crucifix if it roams in here. Because with a demon, even with a tier 1 crucifix, the range is expanded by 50%. And as you can tell, it covers the majority, like maybe right here. But if it's roaming, but like maybe right here, it's still gonna hit. And we do have one back there as well. So in all honesty, it's not gonna be able to hunt from the kitchen anyways. If it's a demon, after all. It's taken forever though. I don't hear its footsteps. Not until it gets in the kitchen. Oh well. Yeah, it was a super quiet myling. That's what I thought to begin with, because I was not hearing any of its footsteps until it got into the kitchen, and even then it was still kind of quiet. And with the weekly, fortunately, it really doesn't matter if you do die, because if you get the ghost right 3 times, you'll still get the 5k. You're not really missing much of anything if you die. We have a Linda Hill, which means it could be any ghost. Again, we're not going to worry about any objectives since it's the weekly. I'm going to run this stuff in real quick. I will more than likely do what I did just this last game. I'm gonna ask the Ouija board where it's at. And take this guy, bring it back here. I might actually come over here with it, to be honest. Because the ghost can actually be in this area for all I know. Because when you ask that question, it'll drain 50% sanity. So with like normal ghosts, they can hunt after you ask that question, because that's half your sanity gone right off the bat. So just to play it safe, I'll just carry it. Or I can't, because I need to grab this. Where are you? Upstairs. Hallway. Oh man. Goodbye. Hallway. Oh man. I'll set this here. I'm gonna have to grab the other one while I have the time, because I do know we have a 300-second setup time. And I'm gonna go ahead and test for demon. Gonna be a bit. I don't really like having the ghost in this hallway. If it hits either of those, it might be a demon. That, I thought it was hunting for a second. Oh no, I didn't see any UV, but I'll go ahead and set more salt down. I'm gonna set this up there while I have the time. I'm gonna set this thermo up there so it can start cooling down. I don't want to waste all the candles, so I'm gonna just do that and then call it good. Though, hold on. If it's in the hallway, which it is, we're gonna see if it hunts while this candle's lit or while we're in. While I'm in here. If it was a shade, the shade wouldn't do a whole body event with me in the room, so I'll probably already say it's not a shade. Maybe no demon either. That's 2 blowouts. This will be 3 right here. We got ghost writing. That's also another way of saying, okay, no shade, because even a shade went right in the book with you in the ghost room. Oh, UV. Probably not. Why did that sound like that? That kind of actually opened all the way. That's 3 blowouts. But I already tried to hunt, so probably go ahead and say no on Rio. Probably listen to it first. Oh. No wonder you took so long. You're a late hunter. Oh, poor Dio. That was a Dio. They sound super scary, but that's how slow they get whenever they get close to you. Here, I'll demonstrate. Hide and seek. It can't be a mimic because we got ghost writing. Mimics cannot do ghost writing, EMF 5, or dots. If you got either of those, you can safely say it's not a mimic, for sure. And this ain't no mimic, because we got ghost writing, so this is a Dio. It is a cursed hunt, so it's gonna last a little bit longer. Yeah, they sound super scary when they're coming at you, but once they get right in your face, they're super slow. So as long as you got a smudge on you and you're not hiding without one, you're fine. But if you do got a smudge it, find a spot to loop it. It's literally just going to be a little slow stroll around whatever you're looping. It's not going to be super crazy. I'm happy. I love Dios. They're super easy, they sound super scary, but as long as you got a smudge on you, you're fine. It's a Marie craft, which means it could be any ghost. We're not going to worry about objectives. I'm going to run this stuff in real quick. Unfortunately, it is snowing, which means it's going to be cold everywhere, but I'm still going to use my little strategy. Make this a bit... Okay, I just heard it throw something not far. That it could have been. I heard you throw something. What was it? It sounded like a plate or a cup. Interesting. Okay, that sounded like it was over here. Yep. In the little living room area. So I'll go ahead and set this right out here. Oh. Wow, that was easy. I'm gonna block this area off. I don't know if it's actually in this living room or out here. Go and do that. And it's not touching any of the salt whatsoever. If it's in this area over here, there's no way it can come out here and dodge any of this. Did I bring the other salt? Yeah, I did. I'm just gonna kinda... There it goes, okay. No footies. Where did I drop the other one? Back here. Okay, so right off the bat we know it's not a wraith. And it's freezing. That's 2 blowouts, I believe. So if it does a 3rd blowout and tries to hunt, more than likely on Rio. I know for sure that this is the ghost room. I'm gonna sit back here because shade is also possible. I hope it's not a shade, but oh, we also have ghost writing. Moroi, Revenant, Shade, or Demon. I couldn't be an Onryo now at this point. Completely forgot about the ghost writing. Where are you? Goodbye. Yeah, I know it's in here. I just want to see something. Totally cheese that. That sounds like a Revy, but I'll go ahead and give it some distance this time and actually test for Revy. I'm pretty sure it's a Revy. But just because I went in the room when it started hunting and I just smudged it right before it came out or spawned in. And this is just so it can't hunt on top of me in case it wants to roam over this way. Come on, you know you wanna. Show me what you got. Rev incoming? Yep. Rev incoming? I noticed the hunts are really short too. But yeah, that was actually not bad. When you think you didn't have to get the evidence, it was still fairly easy to get, so there's no complaints there. I thought temps were going to take a whole lot longer than that, but I'm really glad it did not take that long to get freezing, because usually it takes like, for me it takes 10-15 minutes for it to actually hit freezing if it's freezing. 9 times out of 10 it's because it's roaming like crazy. It was indeed a revenant. Got some of my tier 3 back, tier 3 thermo even. This weekly was actually not that bad, but if you're someone who's not really used to doing like 1 or 2 evidence or none, this is probably going to be a bit difficult for you since you are missing some evidence items. And if you're lucky, you might get ghostwriting, freezing, and UV. And that would be a demon. Chances for that are kind of slim. Is 3 demons in a row. I mean, it does happen, but what are the chances for that? So if you're not used to doing like 1 or 2 evidence, because that'll probably more than likely what you get on here unless you have a demon, just take your time with it. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button or dislike it. I don't care which. If you guys want to see future content, you can also subscribe to this channel. And also, I'm going to be keeping Outlast uploads more than likely on Wednesdays because I do want to keep Phasmophobia weeklies on Mondays because the weekly comes out on Sunday about 6-7 p.m. my time, but I don't have time at that time or not really in a good environment for recording about that time, so I usually try to get the weekly done on Mondays. I didn't do it last week because I started Outlast, but I decided today I'm going to be moving the Outlast uploads on Wednesdays and I'm going to be keeping the weeklies on Mondays, which is today. But I will be recording Outlast right after I'm done recording this because Tuesdays through Fridays are days that I can't really record in because there's people that are off work, so it's not really a quiet enough environment for me to be recording. So I'm trying to work out a game plan to override the days that I can't record by recording more than one video. Like today I'm going to be recording another one so that Tuesdays through Fridays I can at least upload every other day, at least try to collect some footage in order to do so, which I tell my wife I'm calling ammo, because 4 days not being able to record, which meant 4 days I could not upload. I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm trying to figure something out with my channel, because with me wanting to work on consistency, not being able to upload for 4 days is a pretty big gap out of 7. I'm trying to plan it out the best I can. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.
See them wolves on the hunt, playing hero. Volunteer just to be my prey. Unknowing of the fact